this video is going to be helping you out with figuring out some word problems with dealing with integers. So we're going to read this problem. Go ahead and pause it, read the problem on your own, see if you can figure it out. I've got a T-chart over here to help you out. We've learned about these in class. They come in real handy. So we have our friend Lucky. He went to Las Vegas with $50. He went gambling and lost 20, won 30, and then lost another 40. Did he end up a winner or loser at the end of the day, and by how much? So we're going to write down our numbers at the bottom here, just what each number represents. If he shows up to Las Vegas with $50, that means he started with a positive 50. So here are the numbers at the bottom. He lost 20, that's the negative 20, won 30, plus 30, and lost 40. So there you go. So there are 4 terms we're dealing with. 2 of the terms are negative, and 2 of them are positive. We're going to put these in the table now. We've got our 20 and 40 as our negative terms. We have our 50 and 30 as our positive terms. We're going to total up our negatives and total up our positives. We have a total of 60 negatives, 80 positives. There's more positives. They have the 80, the positives has the larger absolute value, so we're going to have a positive answer, and you do winner minus loser, the winner being the one with the larger absolute value. So he was $20. He was a winner. He walked out of there with $20. He didn't owe any money. So he had 20 bucks. I mean, he went in with 50, so really overall he lost 30, but at the end of the day, he walked out of there $20. All right, on this one, we have our same friend. Go ahead and read the problem, pause it. So he went with 100 bucks. He lost 60, won 30, and lost 50. I'm going to go ahead and write the numbers at the bottom. He showed up with 100, lost 60, won 30, and then lost another 50. So we're going to once again put them in the columns. We have 4 terms. 2 of these terms are negative. 2 of the terms are positive. You total them up, you have 110 negatives, you have 130 positives. At the end of the day, he won more than he lost. So he ended up coming out ahead. He ended up ending the day with $20 again. Really not that great a day because he started the day out with 100. But he ended up with 20 bucks at the end of the day. Pause the video and read it. Okay, so we have a submarine, 20 below the surface. It went up 10, descended 50, ascended 30. At what sea level is the submarine? I'm going to go ahead and write the numbers down. A lot of kids will just see this 20 and write down a positive, but it's below the water's surface. That means it's underwater. The water surface being 0, it's 20 feet below the sea level, or the water's surface. And then up 10, descending, that's negative, that's going down, ascending 30. So I have 2 negative terms, 2 positive terms, 2 negative terms, 2 positive terms. We total them up. I have a total of 70 negatives, total of 40 positives. The negatives are going to win. The negatives have the larger absolute value. We're going to subtract 70 minus 40 and get 30, and it's going to be negative 30. So the submarine is 30 feet underwater after going up and down and back and forth. All right. So now we have dolphins. Go ahead and read it. We have the dolphin 40 below. It dove 10, descended 25, and then ascended 12. A lot of different numbers representing ups and downs, positives, negatives. So that's what you need to be real careful about. A lot of kids will start with 40 as positive, but 40 below the water is negative 40. It dove 10 feet, that's down 10. Descended 25, and then it ascended 12. Ascend, to go up. So it went up 12. At what sea level is the dolphin? So now we have 3 negative terms. We're going to put them all in the negative column. We have 1 positive term. We're going to total things up. We have a total of 75 negatives, a total of 12 positives. The negatives have the larger absolute value. We're going to do 75 minus 12, and we're going to get negative 63 feet. So the dolphin's 63 feet below the surface. Okay, now we're looking at an account balance. Pause it, read it, see if you can figure it out. So we have Jim's account balance at 45. He deposits a check and then withdraws $20. He writes a check for 15. What's his new balance, his new account balance? I'm going to write down the numbers involved. He started at 45 bucks. That's going to be a positive. That's how much is in his account. He deposits a $12 check. Now, some people think, oh, I'm depositing money, I'm losing it. But from your account balance point of view, that's adding money to your account. Same thing with the word withdraw. A lot of kids think, oh, I'm taking money out, I'm getting money, that's a positive. From your account balance point of view, it's a loss of 20 because you're taking the money out. And then also when you're writing a check, you're losing money. So that's a negative 15. We have two positive terms, two negative terms. So 20 and 15 make a total of 35 was money that he took out total. Total money that he had and what he put in, he had 57 bucks. So once we have 57 positive, 35 negative, it's going to be a positive. You always want your bank balance to be positive. You're going to do 57, take away the 35. You're going to have $22 in that account. Better get some more money in there. All right. Next one, another account balance. Go ahead and pause it, read it. All right, I'm not going to read through the whole thing. I'm going to list the numbers at the bottom. And we have the $70 that his original balance. Writing a check is when you lose money. Withdrawing is when you lose money. Depositing a check is positive. That's putting money in the bank. Deposit has the word positive hidden in there. That's one way to remember it. So we have two negative terms, 35 and 12. We have 70 and 27 as our positive terms. We're going to total up our negatives and our positives. Once again, luckily, we have more money than we lost. So we're going to do 97 minus 47, and he's at 50 bucks in the bank. Okay, temperature problem. Go ahead and read it. I'm going to write down the essential numbers. So we have, here are the essential numbers. We had negative 8 degrees. There we are. It rose. That's past tense of rise. So to rise 10 degrees, that's a positive. In the evening, it decreased by 12. So what's the evening temperature? So we're going to put our negative terms all in one group, and then our positives. And we were at total negative 20, total up 10. It's going to be at negative 10 degrees. It's going to be at negative 10 degrees. Another way you can do this is just to draw a thermometer and literally make your arrows go up and down on the thermometer, whatever works. Okay, we have Vivian, and she's on an elevator. Go ahead and read it. We'll see what happens here. All right, so I'm going to write down the essential numbers. We have 8th floor. It's rising 6, that's the positive. Descending means going down. And then dropping another 2 floors is still a negative. All right, so I'm going to regroup my negative terms, regroup my positive terms. And we have 11 negatives, 14 positives. The positives are going to be the larger absolute value, so 14 minus 11. So Vivian ended up on the 3rd floor. So now we have a climber. Go ahead and read the problem. Pause it. All right, so you're going to write down the essential numbers. A climber is hanging 15 feet under a bridge. Once again, on this one, a lot of times the word that says whether or not it's positive or negative is going to come before the number. But in this case, they say 15 feet under a bridge. So that's negative 15. Climbing 8 means you're going up 8. Dropping 2 is negative 2. Rising 5 is up 5, positive 5. 2 negative terms, I'm going to put them there. 2 positive terms, I'm going to put over here. I'm going to total them up. We have 13 positives, 17 negatives. So in this case, our climber is still 4 feet below the bridge. So they haven't gotten to the bridge yet. They're still hanging out there. Hope they're doing okay. All right, that's about it. I hope this helps. Best of luck to you.